The lights blinded FF, casting a surreal glow over the grand stage. The roar of the crowd was deafening, a symphony of excitement and anticipation that filled the arena. He was here at the International Gaming Championships, the pinnacle of competitive gaming. He had fought his way through countless qualifying rounds, each one more challenging than the last. Now, he stood on the cusp of greatness, a moment he had dreamed of for years.
This is it, the culmination of all his hard work and dedication.
FF adjusted his headset, feeling the weight of the moment settle on his shoulders. His fingers hovered over the keyboard, poised and ready to unleash his skills honed through countless hours of practice. The game was Skyfire, a fast-paced aerial combat simulator that demanded precision and quick thinking. He was known for his lightning reflexes and unorthodox tactics, a combination that often left his opponents bewildered. Today, he needed every ounce of his talent, every bit of his strategic mind. His heart pounded in his chest, each beat echoing the intensity of the moment. This was his dream, to compete against the best in the world, to prove himself on the grandest stage of all. In the audience, his family watched with bated breath, their hopes and dreams intertwined with his. With a final deep breath, he steeled himself, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. His grip tightened on the mouse, his mind focused and clear. The screen came to life with intense aerial combat, and FF was ready to take flight. Across from him sat his opponent, the reigning champion Iceman. The tension in the room was palpable, with every eye fixed on the two competitors. The air was thick with anticipation. He was a legend in the Skyfire community, known for his icy composure and flawless gameplay. His reputation was built on countless victories and an unshakable demeanor that left his opponents in awe. Iceman had an aura of invincibility. His presence alone was enough to intimidate even the most seasoned players. He was the epitome of skill and confidence.
You don't stand a chance, rookie. His voice was cold and calculated, a reflection of his in-game persona. It was a psychological tactic meant to unnerve his opponent before the match even began.
The match began. The atmosphere was electric, with the crowd on the edge of their seats. Every move was critical. Every second counted. Iceman lived up to his reputation. His focus was unbreakable, his movements fluid and precise. He played as if the game was an extension of himself. He dominated the early game. His maneuvers were precise, each action calculated to perfection. It was a masterclass in competitive gaming. His shots were deadly accurate. Every target he aimed at was hit with pinpoint precision, leaving no room for error. FF found himself on the defensive, struggling to keep up. The pressure was immense, and he could feel the weight of the expectations on his shoulders. The crowd cheered for Iceman. Their support was unwavering, a testament to his legendary status in the community. FF felt the pressure mounting. Every mistake was magnified, every misstep a potential game changer. He knew he had to stay calm and composed. He knew he had to change his strategy. The current approach wasn't working, and he needed to adapt quickly if he wanted to stand a chance. He had to take risks. It was a do-or-die situation, and playing it safe was no longer an option. He steeled himself for the challenge ahead, ready to give it his all. The match raged on. Iceman continued his relentless assault. FF was pushed to his limits. The crowd watched with bated breath as Iceman closed in for the kill. It looked like it was over for FF.
Just a little closer?
But FF had a plan. He had been luring Iceman into a trap. In a daring maneuver, FF flew his ship directly at Iceman's. The crowd gasped.
I got you now.
Iceman smirked, thinking he had FF right where he wanted him. A comeback for the ages.
Iceman fired a barrage of missiles.
FF dodged them with impossible speed.
He executed a barrel roll, narrowly avoiding a direct hit.
Iceman, surprised by FF's agility, hesitated for just a second.
That was all FF needed.
With lightning-fast reflexes, FF unleashed a devastating combo attack. His fingers danced across the keyboard, inputting commands with incredible speed and precision. The crowd erupted as they watched FF's ship light up Iceman's. Iceman's ship exploded in a fiery blaze. Victory's sweet embrace.
Silence.
The entire arena was stunned. Then, the silence gave way to a roar of cheers.
FF had done the impossible. He had defeated the reigning champion.
FF couldn't believe it. He had won. He had overcome the odds and achieved his dream. He looked out at the cheering crowd, feeling a sense of accomplishment wash over him, but he knew this was just the beginning. A legend in the making. In the world of esports, where dreams are forged and legends are born, one young gamer was on the brink of greatness. The International Gaming Championship was more than just a tournament. It was a grand stage where the best of the best showcased their skills, a place where new stars were discovered, and where the spirit of competition thrived. It was a launchpad for aspiring gamers. For many, it was the first step towards a professional career, a chance to prove themselves and earn recognition in the highly competitive world of esports.
FF knew he had a long way to go. He often found himself reflecting on his journey, contemplating the challenges and sacrifices that lay ahead. But he was undeterred. He was determined to become one of the best Skyfire players in the world. Every day, he trained with unwavering focus, honing his skills and pushing his limits.
He stepped off the stage, greeted by a throng of reporters and fans. The spotlight was on him, and he felt the weight of their expectations. He had taken his first step towards greatness. The small victories he achieved along the way fueled his ambition and strengthened his resolve. He was ready for the challenges that lay ahead. Each obstacle was a stepping stone, each setback a lesson learned.
FF, the young gamer who had dared to dream, was ready to write his own legend. He knew that the road to success was long and arduous, but he was prepared to face it head-on. His journey had just begun. With every match, every challenge, and every victory, he was carving out his place in the annals of esports history.